Hey, what's going on here?
Ah, gee, what's the big idea, Uncle Popeye? You spoiled our 4th of July.
Listen, kids, fireworks is too dangerous. I'm gonna see that you has a safe and sane 4th of July.
Who wants to be safe? Yeah, and who wants to be sane?
Just a minute, kids, and we'll all play some nice games.
Come on, Uncle Popeye. Let's play baseball.
That's a good game. Let's go. Okay, boys, here comes me famous Dipsky Doodle drop pitch. Strike one.
Come on, let's get our fireworks and have some real fun.
Stand by, boys. These hot dogs will be barking in a minute. Hornets! Hop in, boys. We're gonna have a nice drive in the country.
That's swell, Uncle Popeye.
And away we go, boys. I hope you kids is enjoying the countryside. It's beautiful. Why, them rascals, they double-crossed me. Look out!
is fun. Yeah, and it's safer than shooting off fireworks.
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. All right, I think that is good over on Twitch. We'll just take a quick peek into the YouTube. All right, I think that is good over on Twitch. We'll just take a quick peek into the YouTube. All right, YouTube sounds fine. All right. We're actually texturing the Creekside outfit today. I think we got to start on this on Saturday. I managed to get it. The preliminary setups in DAS Studio is all done. I'm actually going to texture the boots. We're actually going to do the whole thing together, I think, in one swoop. I think. So there's a cowboy hat that goes with this. We got cowboy boots, and we've got a tie top and some Daisy Duke shorts. We're basically kind of using Daisy Dukes as the inspiration. She didn't often wear a cowboy hat though, and she seldom wore cowboy boots though. But we are going with like the basic Daisy Duke, kind of like a shirt. I modified it because Marvelous Designer doesn't really want me to tie long shirts. That's way too tricky, so I've kind of got a fake tie shirt here. She usually had it buttoned up, so we're going to kind of do that. We're going to kind of do the button thing. Hey, Emerga, good to see you. How are things going? And we've got C.S. Bond in the house, by the way. Charles, how are you doing today? It's actually in the 60s today here. So it's weird. It's even on 100-degree days, we have air conditioners on in here, and if it's like in the close to 70, I still get chilly. But today we're in the 60s, so I'm kind of got my robe back on. Okay, so we're going to export this stuff out. Doing all right. Need to fix the emerga command though. What do we need to add to that? Is there something that goes with the emerga command, or are you just not drinking anymore? Is that it? Well, that's right. You're taking classes on Fridays. You don't get to get your drink on like you used to. You didn't hear anything. I heard it. Did you hear it, Charles? Hmm. Let me double check to make sure it went out on stream. Charles? Hmm. Let me double check to make sure it went out on stream. Charles? Hmm. Did I type that wrong? Double check to make sure it went out on stream. Charles? Hmm. Did I type that wrong? Double check to make sure it went out on stream. Hmm. Did I type that wrong? Double check to make sure it went out on stream. I do hear it on stream. Hmm. It isn't doing anything else. It's just making the sound. I do hear it on stream. Oh, okay. Hmm. I haven't. It isn't doing anything else. It's just making the sound. I do hear it on stream. Okay. Oh, okay. I haven't had a chance to add any text to the command yet, ever since I moved it over from Streamlabs. Okay, did you have a link that you wanted us to put in the command? Or just we say something like, check out the awesome sauce at Zimurga? say, say howdy. We'll do that for the time being. Here, let's do that. Let me get up my streamer bot. That's not what I want. I want... Here, let's get this. Here's streamer bot. There's the commands. Let's do, there's one. I don't think art ever. Did I do the art command over here? You know what? I never moved the art. I did do art. I want to see how I did my art command. Actions and cues. Do I need that? Actions. There we go. You only have your... Okay, we'll do something. We'll just say howdy to the awesome sauce that's the America. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. So I got to add something down in here. Let me see. Do I have that in the... Did I do anything with the art command? I'm picking on the art command. No, I don't see anything like here. I'm going to... You know what? Can I copy that? Can I copy both of these? That would be too easy, wouldn't it? Can I just copy YouTube message? This would be so much easier if I could just copy. Am I missing something that says copy sub action? There we go. I have to do this twice. And then I'm going to just paste sub action. And I'm just going to copy the other one. Then I'll just come over here. And we paste the other one. And I just got to edit this message in here. Give a great big Heidi ho neighborino to our good friend Emerga. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, because we're that excited. Okay, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to say okay to that. So that's the message that goes to YouTube, and we're limited to 200 characters. Twitch is much cooler. Twitch gives us 500 characters, but I usually can't go over 200 because I wanted to say the same thing in both. Edit, and then we'll just put you in here. There we go. All right, let's check this and make sure it's working. Oh wait, right here, I'm going to edit this so that it, the text command runs while the sound's still playing. So I have to turn that off. All right, we should be good now. There we go. Something a little bit more than just the pouring sound. Alrighty. All right, I'm going to prep this for texturing. I'm going to actually do the G9 version. And I know I want to kind of get a straw texture hat, but we'll see. So these are this is the hat and the boots I've pirated from another outfit. And we're going to have cowboy hat. And we're going to have our outfit that goes with it. Okay, now we're just going to, let me see. Let's just make sure our mesh resolutions are set down to base. Also, do I have mesh smoothing on here? I'm going to turn that off. Okay, I'm going to export this out. 1, 2, and 3. Activate the export. All right, we are here. Let's do this. New folder, substance. I'm going to call this Creekside outfit G9. Oh, you know what? I need to give it colors. So we're gonna do some. Oh no! There we go. Actually, what I need to do is I'm going to put a generic shader on here, and then I'm going to set up a whole bunch of different colors. So let's drop the generic shader on here. Then we'll just stop from the top, and we'll just go through and assign colors to each different material. I have way too much materials in everything. Do you really need 10 materials in a pair of boots? I think I've got them though. Hey, E.T., how are you doing? E.T. won't phone home. That's right, E.T.'s all grown up now. Doesn't have to call home anymore. It's good to see you. We're working on this Creekside outfit. Today we are doing the textures. I'm prepping it to export out. We're assigning a whole bunch of different colors that we're then going to use. You know what? Those two colors are probably a little too similar that we can use in substance. I don't know if I need them all or not. The movie was not surprised. Am I not? Okay, I'm starting to see colors show up. I'm like doing all this and I'm not seeing anything. And then I realize this is all material zones on the back. You have to restart the computer, be back. All right, see you when you get back, Charles. I currently have the shorts and the shirt as one object. We will eventually split them out into separate pieces later on. But for right now, it just kind of is a little easier to work on them as one. Okay, I've got 5 more to go, and I'm running out of. That's okay. I have just enough colors. All right, I think we're good to go. All right, this stuff all gets exported out to, and then we're going to bring it in the blender really quick, because I want to set up a giant sizing plane that will help me put stitching on this stuff. You my export button. Export. There we go. So we're going to re-export that. I'm going to do a couple of passes. I'm going to do the ID map with just this, but we're going to do the main work with a giant plane. Also, I need a measurement from Marvel's designer, so we're going to do that real quick here. And also, I'm going to open up Blender at the same time because why not? And yes, it's National Fried Chicken Day. Okay, so that Marvel's designer is still opening in the background. So we're going to do an import projects. I have this sitting in a folder called Western. I may make another cow. I have the Dale Western dress, which I really like. But I may make more of a cowgirl with jeans outfit. I still have to model a Colt though at some point. That's also the thing that's holding me back from 1950s combat dude is I got to model a Grand rifle. I have one started, but I'm not happy with the detailing on it, so I have to redo that. I'm going to come into here. All right, I want that one right there. And did Marvel's Designer open up yet? It did. Okay, I need this just to get a measurement. Of course you opened up all the way over there. Why wouldn't you? Um, so recent. That one right there, Creekside. What I need is a square that kind of, I need to know how big this is. So that's what we're going to measure right now. So I'm just basically going to draw a rectangle. It's going to kind of just encompass like that. I just need that side right there. And that is 1328.3. We're just going to say 1328. So in here, I need a plane. Size of my plane is what we just said, 1.328. And also I'm just going to rotate it 90 degrees to begin with. And this gives me the same textile density as what we have here. And this is a trick I use to, it's really hard sometimes to use the 3D pen tool to do the sewing. And I can't do it in 2D view, but I can kind of make this as a proxy object. That's not working. What the hell? There we go. I hit the number 1 and stuff didn't happen right. So I'm going to put you over there. I'm going to say this a few times. Actually, I'm going to double check this. I think by default, yeah, by default, that's a single UDIM. Okay, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. You know what? I need to save out a texture template. Oh, you know what? We got to spread out the parts here on the texture template. I need my X-ray on so I can grab all of that at once. And then over here, oops, let's try that again. GX1. And then I can grab the cowboy hat. GX2. So that kind of lines up nicely like that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave that overlapping like that on purpose. Now I need to save some UV maps. Actually, I'm gonna hide you. And then I need to save out my UV templates. Export UV layout. Let's come over here. It's close to where I need to be. Templates. Me. Creekside, look at that. I'm going to save this at 8K. 8192. This is going to be Creekside Outfit UVs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to shirt and shorts, or shirt, shorts. And once again, I have spelled shorts with an I. Here we go, Creekside shirt shorts UVs. Excellent. Export that. Okay, let's export out the boots. Actually, I need the boots back over here for just a second. I don't need 8K. We'll just do 4096 for this. Export that. Okay, can I undo? Yay. All right, we're going to now save the hat. Actually, let me check the hat. Do I have my... I do have a hat band on there, and I did want that. Okay, this is probably good then. So I'm going to put that back. When we export UVs, it has to be sitting over here in the first UDIM. I think I haven't figured out a way to get it to export. Actually, maybe I can. Oh, you know what? I could do tiles, couldn't I? We're going to do that. I haven't used the tiles before. I just noticed that for the first time. Control A. A. UVs. Export UV layout. Let's say UDIM. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. I don't know where that went. I didn't see it telling me where it was going to put it. Projects. I wonder if it just dumped it into the whip folder. Let's take a look and see if... Nope, I'm not seeing it there. Did it dump it into the template folder? It did not. You know what? I'm just going to do it the way I'm not used to doing it. I have no idea where it saves that. GX minus 2. There we go. I'll just save that normally. Maybe I had to click all the UVs. Did that not give me a save option? Why give me save option? Oh, I forgot. Save options right here. Oh, so it probably just dumped them out here into documents, right? Oh, there they are. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just save it right here. This is hat. And I'll just overwrite that. Should be good. And then over here, we're just going to export this. I want to make a copy of this just for IDs. So we're going to do this twice. Export that over to Substance. I'm just going to overwrite that just to make sure that that's copacetic. Then we're going to take both of these and export them out together. And I'm going to call that IDs. And you know what? Export that. You know, I did this wrong. I didn't have the selected only on. So we'll just do that again. Okay, now I'm going to do a version with no materials. This is the one that actually gets loaded into Substance. Because if it has all those different surfaces or materials in it, it scatters it across a whole bunch of different texture groups or whatever it does. Not as useful as you might imagine. So I have this strange workflow that works around it. All right. We are now officially ready to get Substance fired up and going here. I don't need you anymore. I just opened you up for that measurement, so I knew how big to make my plane. No, I don't wish to save you. All right, now we're ready for Substance. We'll probably take a few looks at Catherine Bach in her Daisy Duke outfit from the day, just to get an idea of some colors. I know I want a red plaid top, and maybe we'll go with a blue gingham. I think I have seen red ginghams too, but if I'm going to do like a red plaid, I don't think I want to also then do a red gingham. Um, File new. Yeah, we're totally nowhere near it. Okay, there we go. There. That. I need this is the one that we load in. Actually, before I do, yeah. I'm going to do that. I think this is how it works. I might need a version of that with no materials. Anyhow, let's try this. Let's create you. Well, let's try this with the, because I didn't give this a color. But then again, if I just bake against that, we'll probably be okay. All right. Mode, bake mesh maps. We'll start this. I'm going to move you so we can see the plane. I don't use thickness, and I'm going to bake the ID separately. So we'll do those. I need to take a look at my hat. What I'm double checking is that did I double side that? I didn't. Okay. I did double side this. I'm going to actually have like an opacity map in here. This is going to be, I'm going to have a version that will be kind of straw. And those straw hats usually have like the kind of this open pattern around in here. I probably should have, well, we'll see how this works out. I might be able to do this. I have some ideas. So anyhow, that is done baking. Oh, it looks like it baked all the mesh maps. Looks like it baked it weird. Let me take a look at the UVs. Oh, you know what? I should move that. We're gonna slide that out of the way because it's overlapping this. So I'm going to, what's that, GX3 with that. Oh, and I got to put everything back. Dang it. That's probably what's going wrong. All right, export. No materials. I'll overwrite that one. Export with materials. We'll overwrite that one. Let's see how this goes. All right, let's update the, re-import the mesh. Let's go back and rebake. Oh, I do want those overlapping. Wow. I'm confusing myself. GX minus 3. It's running slow because I think we're still baking maps over here. Let's see, I got materials on and IDs, so I'll overwrite that. Materials and no, there we go. So what I'm going to do is re-import the mesh again, and then we'll just rebake. We must be, yeah, we're calculating the ambient occlusions. That's done. We're now calculating the curvatures. Those two are usually the slowest. And then position just zips right along. All right, should be good. Let's see how we're looking here. Now I want to get that UV map and dump it right onto this that we just saved. So let's get in the painting mode. See, that looks better. This is actually the shorts and the shirt. You can kind of see how they got baked, and you can kind of see the textures now sitting over here on this flat plane. Import resource, add resource, Creekside, templates, me, Creekside, and I want that one right there. And you're a texture, and I'm just going to use this with this project. So bring that in. I'm going to just dump a fill layer in here. And we're just going to put this on the base color. And now what I do is I basically have this UV map here. So anything I paint here also gets painted over here. So this is a really easy way to use the 3D tool as if it were 2D tool, which Substance doesn't let me do. Okay, so that's coming along nicely. And then I'm going to call you UVs. So I know what you are. That I don't need for now. You're just confusing things. And now we're ready to start dropping textures in here. Only you look a little, oh, that's because you probably have that. See, everybody's got that UV texture on it now, but that's fine. That's just a reference. All right, let me find that jeans. There's a really cool jeans material. Maybe it's called denim. Over here, this one here. This is so cool. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to put it right on that. Did that do anything? Did I not? Oh, I haven't baked my ID map, doy. Yeah, we forgot to bake the ID map. Let's do that. We bake you at 4K. I'm going to use this thing here that says IDs. Actually, let me try something. If I just bake this without that is what I want to try. So I'm going to get rid of you and we're going to load in that instead. Oh no, you got no color. Oh, I forgot to turn the materials back on. There we go. You can't see it, but on this window I can see a little preview. It's hidden behind chat though, unfortunately. I can't move that over. So we're going to make our IDs with that. 4K with these offset with these cages as tight as possible. Then bake that. Okay, I think that's good. I want to export that out. I'll need that later on when I make my displacement maps. That gives me my fake thickness. So I am looking for, there it is, my UDEM template. I'm going to save that at 8K. Export that. Oh no, I got to save the folder. File, save as, Creekside. All right, let me save that again. Export that again. I'm sorry. Okay, open up the output directory. Oh man, I got a bunch of, I got to clean this up. So I'm just going to do that and then we'll redo this. And I didn't get anything in here. Oh no. Let's try this again. I'm still not getting, why am I not getting anything in there? Is it not, did it just not generate? Let's switch you to ID. I can't see what I'm doing here. Why do I even do that? Why are you generating like that? Is it because the great big plane is getting in the way? Maybe, maybe. What if it will if I bake this one? Let's see how that works. Now it's all blue. I'm thinking, is there, can I send it back on the UVs? Is that a thing? Um, UVs send it back or something like, is that like a weird option? I wouldn't think so. And when I do it with this is getting in the way. But I need this. I've done this before. So when I do this, this is my problem is I've done this before and now I'm not quite sure why it isn't working. So I haven't had to figure out. I kind of have some sort of idea that the plane is just getting in the way. Um, and it just has, see, it just has no, I mean, if I give it a material, is that what's, My problem is. Error has been found. Splitting measure for UV. Creekside outfit. Hat faces out of bounds. Oh, I have no idea when that happened. All right, let's take a look at that. Oh, there we go. Okay. You know what I think it was? I think it's because I didn't have a material assigned um, to this. I'm going to go ahead and bake out the ID map that I'm going to use. Oh, actually, that works. This is probably going to be fine. Except my tolerances are going to be a little crappy. I'm just going to put a black. This is a backing plane, just in case anything bleeds through. I have this in the background. Okay, so then my denim. So I'm going to re-drop the denim onto here, and then we'll go back over to here. I think we're. Oh, and now I can export out those export textures, my UDIMs, export that. That's looking better. Okay, that I can leave right there for now. I don't really need these. This is the only one I need, and I need that later on to make my displacement maps in Photoshop with. Um, so that's the beginning of this. And we're going to put a little tatter along the edges because we're doing cutoffs. And we're going to try to detail all of this stuff out. You know what? I should. Arg. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I should actually pull the belt off and put it off to the side. So we're going to go back to Blender for a little bit of rework so we can get that belt from out on from the pants. So let's come here, and this is probably in shorts somewhere. And it's probably like, did I not say belt? And then we have to rebake everything again. So I'm going to take you and select you. Oh no, you're supposed to be assigned to this other stuff. It'll be fine. I'll fix it later. There is belt. There's belt end. These are all good. We're going to separate all of that. I'm just going to move this. You know what? Down there will probably be good. I'm also going to get these. You know what? It probably doesn't hurt to move that off of the. It'll be fine. Never mind. Yours probably supposed to be connected. I can probably fix that. I'm thinking. Although I probably want this, but keep that. Let me. like that. I'm going to assign that to belt. And then I can take the belt attachments. And I'm going to move them out of the way. These are invisible things that hold the belt onto the shorts in place. That's all they do. So they're not. So texturing them is not important. Although I've lost track of them. There they are. I'm just going to move those. You know what? I'm just going to kind of stick these down here somewhere. We'll do that. All right. Export. Export. Okay, back into here. Can I re-import the mesh? See, that's better. You can't, there's those, that's right there. So let's rebake our mesh maps. I don't need to rebake the ID map. It's fine, I think. You know what? I might as well just, no, I need to re-import it. Never mind. I need to make sure I got the right one in here. Looking good. And now you're white. We just had it, right? F6. No material. Did I select everything? I wonder if that's messing me up somehow. What? You got no color? Why you got no color? Well, you know what? I probably forgot to click on that before. There we go. All right, I got it back now. I have to re-up. You know what? This does not make any difference. Although, you know what? I'm going to screw things up now. Because I'm just going to re-import the mesh just to make sure that's in the right spot. Then we'll try to do that. Double check that. Okay, we've got our colors. Yay. All right, now I can finish. I'm going to rebake everything else. Curvature, AO, Position, world normal, but no ID. Set you back to restore defaults. Set you back to 2K. Bake all of those. All right, we're doing the curvature maps. First one, second one, third one. All right, we're all done. Okay. Back to material. Alrighty, now we're ready. Now I'm good to go, I think. So let's tweak this. There's this weird pattern on here we're going to get rid of. That comes from... Why am I not seeing frayed edges? I don't know. Stitch motifs. So we're going to lose that. I don't know why I don't see any frayed edges. But we're going to come into here with our color selection and get the rest of the jeans in here. And I can't see the zipper here. But that's okay. We can actually... This is where the big plane comes in. I can actually click on here for my colors. Did I already get you? See, I can't see. Let's get my UVs in here. Okay, the zipper parts. I can't select them from the outside. Also, this color map needs a little bit of, the ID map didn't get made quite right. Also, I've got this weird crease in here. I'm wondering where that's coming from. We'll track that down. This. So I need to add those. These are just going to become invisible. So that's fine. So I think I've got all of the jeans selected. Turn that off. So let me... General volume. Oh, you're coming in from general volume. You know what? You're not doing me any favors, are you? I don't know why I'm not seeing any of the frayed edges that it would normally generate. It's probably a good start, and then I'm going to have to probably just start adding in the detailing. So that's going to be good. Do I have a gingham? Or actually, I do have a red plaid, don't I? Actually, it might be over in textures. I call it, it's actually a tartan, isn't it? I have this Wallace tartan, which is fairly nice. I'll add that in. What we'll do is we'll find a fabric. We'll replace the color out with at least one of them is going to be used as tartan for the color. And I'm looking for a cotton. We'll do that. I'll put that on here. And then we'll just make sure this is on the rest of the shirt. And then I've got parts on the back. I went a little crazy with surfaces on this, not gonna lie. Did I get my trims? Looks like it. All right, let's adjust the scaling on that. Also, you know what? We'll just make sure the normal's turned on there. If I say 4, so I think that might be good. Do I have a color in here that I didn't select? I mean, I feel like there should be a... I guess not. It's probably good enough. Okay, so the cowboy hat's going to be in either suede or wicker. I don't know if I've got a wicker. I need to add a zone in here. That's definitely... So I'm going to use the wicker as like a straw. And then we're just going to tile the hell out of that. Oops, and I dropped that on everything, didn't I? I forgot to hold that down. Put that on the other side. And I'm just going to put a leather band in here. We're going to tile you up. Let's maybe do something like that. I don't know. I'm probably going to retexture the cup. And then I want a zone in here. Right, maybe right about through here where I'm going to use this as a pattern on that. I could kind of mask it out. But I think what I really need to do is put it on a path tool or something to get it to run straight. So we're going to come back to that. And actually, let's put a... I need a leather just to put on the hat band. And you know what? We'll also use the same... Whatever I put here, we use the same as whatever's on the belt. Although I think for the belt, I want to use a different... Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I know what I want. There is a stylized leather that I like, so we're going to go with that. And we'll make sure that that's on the headband as well. And then when I color that, so we'll probably have like brown, tan, black, and white on that. You know what? Also, we'll do a version of the boots in these. So that's going to be there, there, and there. Then the sole gets a different color, and the midsole gets a different color, and we'll put a suede in here. Maybe that. Do I get it color options with that? Yeah, I do. Okay. So that'll work for that. That can also be used as an optional hat too. I'm going to put a copy of this over here. So we'll also do a kind of a natural color version of the hat for the hat. So I'm going to put that there. I'm gonna get rid of. Let's see. Can I copy this mask? Copy mask. Then can I remove the mask? Remove mask. Then I'm going to remove this mask. I'm going to group these two together. And then can I paste the mask into here? Paste, paste, paste into mask. There we go. That does the trick. Okay, so why is this dark underneath now? Am I missing? That sort of works. Although, you know what? You should probably be in there. There we go. Oh, I want the leather. Nah, I'm not doing that the way I want it. Never mind. I'm backing up a little ways. Oh, you know, your leather stylized. Okay, let me tweak the bottom of the boots. Denim fabric washed out. Cotton. Let's group you. So that's going to be shirt. I'm going to put a fill layer in here. And I want that tartan. Actually, maybe this will work. You know, that might be good. So actually, can I do this? Cut, 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 cut mask. That would have been too easy, right? I can do a copy. I can do a move. I can come up here and then do a paste into. And is this working? No, because it should work. Why are you not working? Because that stupid fabric flannel tan is all the way up here. There we go. That's better. There we go. I like that. I think I might live with that. I am going to need to put some buttonholes on here. I think I got this backwards. I think I've got a male shirt instead of a female shirt again. Oh, well. I think it's time to start looking at detailing things. I got leather here, here, and here. Okay, so here in the boots. And your leather stylized, you're the belts, you're the boots, you're the hat. leather brown is for all of that. I have no idea what you are. Leather natural color. I think I was putting you in here, and I think I'm not using you anymore. It's going to be half base, which I currently have set with. I'm thinking. All right, let me finish off the bottom of the boots. Old Worn Dark. I think I will stick that on the soles. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the heel cap as well. And you know what? Maybe we'll put you on the heel. And we'll do the midsole. So I'll do that. Do I have a... There we go. We're going to go with that. A welt. That's what that is. That's the welt. All right, let's think about doing this. All right, now we're going to do a little research. Daisy Duke. So this is actually the inspiration. Oh yeah, I need to put a buttonhole here. I need to go shopping for shorts so I can see how they're sewn up. I kind of have, you know what? I think I'm probably going to put a rivet at the top. Let me go to Amazon. All right, let me sign out of Amazon. Oops, I just saw it. I went right by it. Jeans for women, fine. You know, let's see if we can get. Can I get good details on this? The idea is this kind of gives me a guide of where I need to put threads. I kind of have an idea how to do this. Although maybe I'll do a detail and then I'm going to worry about putting wrinkles in. But I think for starters, double row, single row here, here, here. I wonder how I can do that thing. If I do that, I can put, I don't have the change pocket. I am going to put the rivets at the corners here on the front pocket. I can do two, I can do that as a double. This comes up, stops here. You don't actually see anything here. Put a double row through there. I'll double row through the crotch. I need to do like maybe a pucker or maybe a single row or something. Do we get to see the backs of these? I'm not going to do stitch detailing on the back pocket itself because that's kind of brand specific. We'll put double, and I got to do the little crinkly thing, right? I think that'll happen when we do this. I don't know, what do you call that kind of stitching? Is there a name for it? I might be able to do that. Um, hat base. You know what we're going to do right there? Shorts. Stitching. And actually, most of this we're going to do over here. Oh, I got to touch that up. So this mask needs a couple little... There's a hole there where it connects. Okay, that's fine. Sure. So I need to add a paint layer on here onto the mask. And then, nope, that wasn't right. Because I'm on the shorts. I'm on the wrong thing here. Where's the shorts? Fabric denim. There we go. Right here. I need a paint layer on that. There we go. That fixes that. It cleans those up. I think the rest of this is probably fine. So now it's a matter of... So I need to add a zipper right about... Am I going to put it right here so it comes apart in two? I think so. So can I do half a zipper and half a zipper? Is that an option? Let's try that. So I'm going to put you down here. And actually, let's put the zipper in a separate layer. And we'll do that with the 3D pen tool and apparel. And it is zipper metal. My problem is I can't actually see what I'm doing here. Um, I probably should go the other way. I want to put a mask on here. So I can just limit it to those. Did that not do anything? Did I select the right thing? I did. So why don't I see it? Because it's insanity. Here, let's try this again. Mask with color selector. Gonna do that. Come over here. And I'm not seeing it. Oh, the insanity. See, now I see it when I remove the mask. I may be able to get away without the mask. We're way too large right now, so let's start working on this stuff. If we say two, do I not have my path selected? Let's try this. Okay, if we say two, am I not? Now I don't see nothing. Why are you behind everything? I've got something else blocking this off. You know what? I have the sneaking suspicion something's in the way. So let's put this up here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, there we go. You know what it is? One of my leathers colors probably close to that, so it was getting blocked out. That's probably what it was. Oh, see, that's... Although I don't want the zipper showing. And I just want to show half of it. I want to stop down around here somewhere. Which is why my mask wasn't working earlier. See, that's better. And my problem is I can't really see what I'm doing because it's underneath there. I think I can kind of see. I can kind of see my zipper. It does go all the way to the top. Okay. Just double checking that I'm not going to be crying later on. Okay, there should be options on the path to get rid of stuff and format this. So let's see what they are. I don't want the pull. I do want to show the normal map. Preset. I don't get a... Am I not getting a color option in here? Oh, you're so freaking limited. This used to have a better zipper tool, and then they got rid of it. And left us with this more advanced uh slide. Oh, I know, that's just putting it one side or the other. Yeah, so that's good. Open zipper. Pull tab. There's pull tab. There we go. We're going to get rid of the pull tab. Chain, tape, pull tab. Yeah, don't I get an option for the stop? Probably not. You know, it's probably going to be as good as this is going to get. And I'm just going to do one on the other side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that in another layer. I think I'm overlapping or something here. There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. All right, we're getting there. I think something like that'll be fine. Okay, do I get options for I don't seem to be getting color. Actually, do I get color options in? There's my color options. All right, we're going to make you obnoxious. And you get to be obnoxious as well. Actually, I'm just going to go with brass. I'm going to be lazy here. So all my zippers are just going to be brass. Okay, then the tape. And you know what? I'm going to leave the tape color as is. I think that'll be fine, even with the white. Okay, so I have the zipper in. Probably good. Now we're going to start doing stitching. We're just going to run single lines through the waistband, I think. No, I'm just going to come up over and around, and we'll do the same thing here. I'm thinking. And how are the pockets done? I really got to figure out a way to do these. We're going to work on that right now. So I'm going to grab all of this and cut those and bring them down. We'll just paste those right there in front of this. And I'm on this. And what I want to do is I want to find that little, see if I can find a little squiggly like that so I can put it in spots like that and that. And here. So where are... Sometimes working with a 3D view makes it easier. So I'm going to put my little squiggly there and a squiggly there. Let's do that. This is going to be the squigglies. So let me see if I can just do kind of like that. And if I can do a little weird apparel. I'm just going to do a top stitch. We're going to make you small. I think the level of detail is beyond what I'm actually going to be able to show here. Set you to normal. That's not it. I need to, you know what? I need to put you out there so I can kind of see the whole thing. So when I'm trying to choose, I need to make this larger so I can see what I'm doing. I can't tell what these are because I'm working so small. You know, actually, that gives me kind of the weird, if I just make it small enough. So you know what, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to use that as the little, I don't know, anchor sewing. There's a probably technical term, but I don't know what it is. So we're just going to make you, I'm going to go back to, what did I have this at? If we say, if we do that at 1, if we do this at 2, You know what? I'm just going to put these at 2 and see how this works out. And I'm just going to put this on all the belt loops. You know what I should do is I should make these all. Where are you? Are you path 1? You're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be over on. Oh, path 1 should be on. You know what? I'm going to cut you, bring you, and paste you over here. Then I'm going to focus on this one. And I can actually do it all over here. And I think what I want to do is make my thread red. I'm going to change the color later, but right now, in case I change my mind what color I want these to be. So copy that, paste properties, paste properties, paste properties. And I'm going to just maybe oh, I know you're actually because I drew you over here. You're over here. Got it. Okay, I'm happy with the position of that one. This one I want to move a little bit. This one I want to move a little bit. But that looks like it didn't get selected. I'll have to remember to go back and add that to the selection. In here. There, that fixes that. Okay, I'm going to put rivet points right there and there. Loop stitching. I'm going to swoop over here, grab this. I have a rivet brush in here somewhere. Rivet, rivet. Chris Cox rivet. All right. How are you looking? You're looking good. So we're just going to rivet the corners of the pockets. Are we riveting the back pockets too, or just the front pockets? You know, the back pockets, it just got that little stitchy thing. I think that's the only place they got the rivets, just on the front pockets. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to come over here. We're going to start, I'm going to do the stitching on the 2D. Let's do double stitching through here. So we'll do classic. We're going to do double. Is that what I want? Am I doing it too? I think that might be okay. Probably good on that. Where else do we want to do double stitching? You know what? I think straight down the, I want to do down through here and here. And are we going to do double stitching on the back pocket? Yeah, I'm going to run double stitching all around the edge of that. And then I'll put the little weird stitching on there. You know, I could put big C's on here. No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to run singles. Do I want to do double stitching across there? That is double stitching there. Okay, my tangent. What is my projection on this thing? I think for this, I have to maybe do it through the 3D view. I don't know. So this is going to kind of come through here. Oh, that gets lost in there. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do single stitching on both sides, I think is what I'll do for that one. And I can't see where this is. Although maybe we put the grid on. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where that is. I don't have it marked. I'm just going to kind of have to make it up. I'm not sure where the zipper lines up down in here. You know what? I think that's it right there. So I think maybe if I do something like this, probably good. You know, the double stitch along the back of the pockets. Oh, I'm heading the wrong way because I'm turned around. Probably easiest just to do the pockets over here. Because I can switch this to straight if I can find it. There it is. Maybe not. There we go. Now I can stitch you the straight. I can just kind of bring you right along the edge like so. Okay, I think I'm ready to move on to single stitching everything else. You are bleeding through. I think that's coming from this one here. I don't know. I can't find it. It's in here somewhere. There it is. I need to change the projection depth on that so it doesn't bleed into here. That works. All right, let's start another paint layer. This time we're going to switch over to single. And then I can probably just run it along. Are you white? I don't know. I'm not seeing. Why am I not seeing the color on this? Shouldn't be that hard. Come on, man. Why am I not? Why is there no color in here? I see the color right there. You know what? I'm just going to delete you and try this again. I need some puckering, though. Why am I not seeing any puckering? Oh, because I'm in base color, damn it. Um, mm, all right, I see it now. I should start down here. Of course, I just undid everything I was working on. And then we'll put you over there. And then we'll turn you into an angled point, and then we're going to set you to 2. We'll put the color on, turn the normals on, put the color on the red. Wait, did I lose my colors now? Now I'm not showing color anymore. Mm. It's like every... Okay, there's my color. I see the color now, right? And now I don't. You know, it's a fluke that I'm not seeing the colors. It just... That particular shade of red, it's saying, nah, bruh. We ain't going to show you that one. That was annoying. It's just a matter of what color I selected. If I made it too red, it wouldn't display it. It does a lot of stuff like that, though. Oh, I've got 8 minutes left. I may get most of the stitching on the shorts done before then. All right, I'm going to do this. Oh, I don't want it on the top, do I? All right, I'm going to redo the other side. I want it to just come down through here. Okay. This should go pretty quickly. Did I not? All right. I did that thing to you. Why are you messing with me? I may be done here. Oh no, I gotta do little lines on here. I think we're reasonably in good shape here. Okay, here's the zipper layer. I need to group all of these together. Stitching. We'll do that. We'll put a hue saturation yada 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 layer on here. Filter. I need a filter. Nope. Over here. Add a filter. Add a hue saturation and lightness filter. Say regular. Um, Desaturate. Crank the lightness up a little bit. Probably good. All right, we're going to want to do a frayed edge here. I got 2 minutes. We're going to start a frayed edge because why not? I wonder, does the frayed edge come with a color? It's too big, but we're going to fix that in just a second before we move on. Also, I'm going to set this so I can see the opacity. There we go. I like that. That looks nice. It's probably too bright. That's much better. Okay, it is too big right now, so we're gonna take it down. What the hell happened to my... Oh, it's because I got this. I'm gonna... There we go. Oops. My default opacity was off. Okay, we're gonna... I like that. That looks nice. It's just a little too big. So we're gonna do... We're gonna finish this up and call it a day. I'm just gonna change the sizing on that, I think. I think that does the trick. And then I can just kind of bring you back around this way. Hey, Zach, how are you doing? We're doing Daisy Dukes. I'm tattering the edge. I've got most of the shorts done as far as textures, except for colors. Color selection will come along later. I'm really liking this tattered edge tool, though. Underpaid and overworked. I'm sorry, dude. Let's take a look at how it looks in 3D. I'm getting there. I still got to add a bunch of wrinkles and things in here. Oh, we got to put a button in here. And yeah, so anyhow, this is where I'm leaving off for today. So this is kind of a country girl outfit. We've got a tie top with Daisy Duke shorts. We got cowboy boots, a hat, and we're going to have a belt on this. I'm going to make a great big belt buckle that goes with it. But I'm fairly happy with how we're coming along so far. Thanks. And with that, you got here just in time for me to call it a day. But we're going to do that now. We're going to go find somebody to rate. Hey, if you're on YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. Oh, I'm barely in camera, aren't I? If you're on Twitch, feel free to stick around. We're going to go raid somebody. And I will be back tomorrow. We will probably be working on this. Hey, Virga, good to see you, man. And with that, and Charles, if you're around, thanks for the modding. As always, I appreciate it, buddy. And let's see who's on the Twitch first today. Dum 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 dum. Let's see if we've got any of the art friends. Barring an art friend, we'll look for a music buddy. Okay, moving up, moving up, moving up. Italic art. I don't know who they are. Why I'm following them. Peekaboom is playing Dinkum. You know what? I like Commander Biscuit. He's an art friend. I think maybe. Oh, Blux is on. There we go. Usually, if you get a chance to raid Blux, we raid Blux. So we're gonna go hang out with our good friend Bluxfi. And I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday. By the way, once again, happy Fried Chicken Day. It is National Fried Chicken Day. Which means I'm probably going to be making steak and potatoes. Anyhow, thanks for being here, Mark. Take care. And with that, let's start this. Oh, you know who's on? The crafty cub is on. Actually, no, we're going to raid Blux. We're going to raid Blux. So if you can stick around for the raid, that would be awesome. Hey, I sell stuff at Dad's. Feel free to throw money at me. I always appreciate that. Hey, I have a Discord. Feel free to join. And if you're on Twitch and you can stick around for the raid, we got the raid calls here. That is the, if you're not a subscriber, if you are a subscriber, you can use the sub raid call. Here, let's give a shout out to Mr. Charles once more. And with that, let's start this raid and go over and say hi to our good friend, Bloxfi. And with that, I hope you all have a good rest of a Monday or Tuesday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby.